The Disney hiring freeze is still in effect. This is late breaking news. Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your agenda free news. This is Jerome Hughes. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and also click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So, Deadline is reporting this breaking news that Bob Iger, who just came back to Disney as the CEO for the next 2 years, tells Disney Town Hall that the hiring freeze is still in effect, that there's no new acquisitions planned, and it's not merging as rumors have stated with Apple. All right, so Disney's not being sold or even merging with Apple at all. So it says here that there's a lot to do, according to Bob Iger, who told Disney staffers today at the state of the company that he is now running again. Quickly added the newly reminted CEO at a town hall that the company's Burbank headquarters heralding is his official return. Okay, so the 71-year-old self-described boomerang CEO also said that the hiring freeze his pink-slipped predecessor Bob Chapek announced on November 11 is still in place. Now, I'm gonna let you all know this right now. I don't think that he's gonna be making any necessary cuts like Bob Chapek was about to. Okay, because we've seen that Strange Worlds bombed in the box office over the Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, and the fact that they may not recover from that. Okay, so I don't think he's actually going to fire anyone major or anything like that, because those are just rumors and speculations, and he's not going to do the very thing that Bob Chapek has done, because everything that's been put out there right now was under him. Everything from everything after Avengers Endgame all the way to Strange World right now. Okay. But the only thing that Bob Chapek has really done that was could be beneficial for us was the planning and the approval of Deadpool 3 with Hugh Jackman starring in it as well, or co-starring, if you will. All right, so moving along. Offering his perspective from being outside the company for most of the past year after 47 years at Disney and ABC, Iger told staffers additionally that rumors of a merger or a deal with Apple were just that, pure speculation. The man who brought Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Fox for Disney during his last stint as CEO also noted that the House of Mouse wasn't looking to make any more big ticket acquisitions anytime soon. So in other words, not looking to go ahead and purchase any major companies. The Apple scenario gained traction nearly 2 decades ago. Excuse me. During the CEO tenure of Steve Jobs, with whom Iger enjoyed a close business and personal relationship. In reality, though, Apple has never pursued a major M&A deals, its largest being its $3 billion purchase of Beats by Dre in 2014. What's more, most of Disney's traditional holdings would likely be unattractive to a large-scale tech firm, and the size and complexity of any transaction would be exponentially greater than Amazon's absorption of MGM, a deal that also sparked curiosity about Disney and Apple. Held in front of a crowd at Disney's main corporate campus, the town hall was also live streamed today for employees around the globe. Taking questions that after a breezy 5-minute introductory speech, in which he talked about his time away, the importance of creativity at Disney's core, and being an eternal optimist. Iger joshed that his wife pushed him to exit retirement so he wouldn't contemplate another White House bid. So in other words, he's claiming that, he's looking to go ahead and get back into being creative, making Disney more creative, and even his wife took him egged him on to get out of retirement and stuff, and also not worry about another bid for the White House. Okay. So we've seen before that Bob Iger put all of this woke content together, improved of it and everything, so that way he can make possibly a White House bid, or even become like being approved as a affairs official for China. Okay, so coming over just over a week after Iger was returned to his perch at the House of Mouse and Chapek was unceremoniously shown the door, the once and current CEO's attempt to rally the Disney troops arrived at a precarious time for the media giant. On one hand, Disney has the top movie in the world with Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever. However, this past weekend, as we've seen before, Strange World took a bit of a dive. It was expected to make like $100 million at the box office, but so far it made about 16.8 million, which is way below what they were actually spent to make the movie as well as promote it. Okay. So in that context, the December 16th release of James Cameron's much anticipated Avatar: The Way of Water poses potentially more big screen success and financial stress for the studio. Now, I'm be honest with you. I'll go ahead and see Avatar: The Way of Water. Will I enjoy the story? Maybe, maybe not, but I'll just go and see it for the looks of it. All right. So quickly purging the upper ranks of Disney of the short-lived Chapek's top lieutenants in the hours after being renamed CEO unexpectedly on November 20th, the notoriously successor Iger also has a 24-month deadline to leave the company in stable hands. In other words, find a good replacement. Okay, an effort that flourished from almost the get-go with Chapek. Somewhat anticlimactic according to one source. The 40-minute town hall today found Iger sidestepping Florida's discriminatory "Don't Say Gay" law that kneecapped a flip-flopping Chapek earlier this year. One of the core values of our storytelling is inclusion, acceptance, and tolerance. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't think he's going to make any big firings or anything like that. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The depth Iger stated in response to a staffer question on the topic, essentially noting you can't please all the people all the time. Iger added, the matter shouldn't be a political issues we hear. So here's the thing, though. Anyone that says you can't please everybody, you can't please everybody, that's just a cop out. You know, that's just also a cover for them to go ahead, say something, and then move on to the next thing. So that way they can take the spotlight off of one topic and then go ahead and move to the next. Okay, so it's just nothing more than a cop out. Another source noted that there was a little talk about streaming during the session, including the Q&A, which was somewhat surprising given the balancing act between direct-to-consumer and traditional operations is a central strategic issue for Disney in 2023 and beyond. It says here, most of us feel re-energized by him being back, but we wonder what kinds of cuts or changes may be coming. But then earlier today, Iger took to Twitter, which he once pounded purchasing for Disney, to put forward an optimistic front as he made his initial return to Burbank, where the tweet says, filled with gratitude and excitement to be back. Obviously, in that vein, Disney shares initially rallied on the news of Iger's return over a week ago, but they have come back to earth, slipping almost 3% today, nearly at $96. I've also talked about that before as well. After Chapek managed to steer the company through the grueling experience of COVID in 2020, the stock ended that year on a high note, but it has lost 40% in 2022 to date as the investors have taken a more clear-eyed look at the company's troubled financials. Just prior to Iger's return, it bottomed out at a new multi-year low at $86.28, its lowest level since early 2020. That's interesting because of the fact that a lot of people out there have seen the movies, titled, the content that's featured in it, also the different changes that happened with Disney and everything, and it led to basically people just tuning out. Okay, whether it be from Disney, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, or even any boneheaded financial decisions that Bob Chapek made. All right. So the company's push into streaming, initiated by Iger and continuing Chapek's run, has squeezed profits, and additional economic pressures prompted execs to forecast single-digit increases in revenue and profit for fiscal 2023. That's a lot lower growth than many Wall Street analysts had previously been forecasting. Iger also faces the question of whether to redraw the corporate map of how various divisions are organized and report their results. Chapek compressed the company into just two divisions: parks, experiences, and products. Well, three actually. Well, parks, experiences, and products. Those are two. And media and entertainment distribution. The guiding principle of DMED was Chapek's centralization of distribution decisions under his now ousted Lieutenant Kareem Daniel, with Iger declaring his intent to undo key elements of the DMED scheme and return P&L control and distribution decisions to key creative executives. It is now a question of whether he also returns the company to its former shape in terms of having more units. My thing is, there's people out there who used to enjoy the films, okay? Actual films before they start checking marking and everything, okay? Bob Chapek, he wasn't the best CEO because of the fact that he had the board to answer to, and the board themselves made up of people who represent the firms that brings in woke content. Now, not only is it from films, but it's also from how they're advertising Disney World, Disneyland, and the things that they have at Disney World, okay? A lot of people out down there are just talking, like putting their honest reviews in it, as well as the fact that the prices for tickets, food, and other activities in the park are going up, and people are not liking that either, okay? Now it's going based, in my opinion, it's going based off of notoriety. Everything, films, parks, all of that. Because of the fact that if it has Disney name on it, then people are going to go ahead and flock into it until they see for themselves if they like it or not. Most likely they may not like it. I could be wrong. But my issue is they brought back the guy who put forth all the things that failed. I feel sorry for the shareholders because of the fact that they've invested a lot of money into this company, and with Bob Iger back, it's gonna fail even further. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts about this whole thing. Do you think Disney would be better off without Chapek and under Iger, or will it just be more of the same and continue to get worse? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if I went wrong anywhere in the video, go ahead and let me know in the comments too. Add your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts, how you feel, what you think, and what you're saying. And also, if you enjoyed what I shared in the video, go ahead and smash that like button and share it everywhere on social media to everyone you know. Also, if you enjoyed all the content that I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.